What's up, guys, and welcome back to the show. And just before we get started, 98% of you have not yet subscribed to the channel. Please do not forget to like, do not forget to subscribe. My goal is to drop it down to 50% before the end of the year. All right, Chooks, what's up?
I'm doing fine, thank you. Thank you for inviting me to another episode of Go With The Flow. You guys, please subscribe, like, and share.
All right. So let's talk about Arne Slot.
Yeah.
And this is his first season, and
Yeah.
they topped the group in the Champions League,
Yes.
leading by 6 points in the Premier League.
Yes.
They're already in the finals in the Carabao Cup,
Yes.
but they're out in the
Of
FA
the
Cup.
FA Cup, yes.
So last season Liverpool were almost in all competitions,
Yes.
and towards the end, they fell off.
Yeah.
And one thing you say is in terms of players, you can say they've not really changed, like from last season to this season. Almost still the same set of
Yes.
players. There might be one or two additions. I would say maybe one of the major difference would be Gravenberch didn't really play much last season as compared to this season. He's actually playing a lot, but it's still almost the same set of players.
Yeah.
Now, in terms of trophies, how many trophies do you think he can actually win? Because now they're already out of the FA Cup, and I'm sure there were some Liverpool fans already having this. They could do the quadruple, they could do the treble, because they were all at the forefront. So how many trophies do you think he can actually grab this season?
Okay, so before what happened today, I would have said a quadruple.
Are you serious?
Yes, I'm part of the people that would have said a quadruple, even if I'm an Arsenal fan, right? And the reason is not just because I am wishing him success out of the Blues. I'm seeing it because of the numbers that they provide. You understand? As a football team, despite the fact that Arne Slot didn't even beef up the team, just like you said, I think his only purchase so far is Chiesa. Right? And then he's given playing time to a couple of other players, like you said, Gravenberch and, for example, Bradley. Tsimikas is playing a whole lot more compared to how he was playing on that club, right? So I would have said quadruple, but the reality is Plymouth knocked them out today of the FA Cup. And I don't know why they allowed that to happen, because Liverpool had everything that they needed to do to win that game.
Of course.
We already saw the starting lineup, and I understand why he's going to start that lineup, right? Plymouth is not so much of a quality team, right? But then again, seeing the way the first half went, how the game was end-to-end, and a result hadn't been provided, and you know that you're not going to play the round of 16 knockout, which is coming up this weekend at the Champions League. Yeah. Right? Your next game is next week, which means your players would have enough time to rest.
Yes.
I know you might be playing an Everton, which is a Merseyside derby.
Yeah,
however, the Everton you're complaining about also played who you might be worried about, also played their full squad in the FA Cup game. Yeah. Right? And I think they were knocked out. They lost, exactly. So as it stands, it can't be quadruple anymore. But I'll say yes, he has what it takes to go for a treble. The reason why I'm going to say so is this. So that's 2 domestic cups and the Champions League.
The Champions League.
Yes. So in terms of playing strategy, right, and in terms of consistency, let's not even look at the players right now. Let's look at the manager himself and the slots. See what he did with Feyenoord. He went through a whole calendar year with Feyenoord and he lost just one game, which is very impressive. And he won the league. Yes. This shows you that the manager himself understands consistency. Right? Now, he's doing the same thing with Liverpool. Now, the players in Feyenoord are not a bunch of European winning players.
Yeah.
And now he's in Liverpool. He's having the same feat with Liverpool. He's having a consistency that is reflecting across all the leagues. He's in the final of the Carabao, like we just said, top of the Champions League and top of the Premier League. Yeah, I would say if he applies the same strategy of consistency that has been reflected or that has been reviewed under Feyenoord, yes, he can go all the way with these 3 trophies. It is not impossible. I just spoke about the quality of the manager understanding consistency. And now the next thing I'm going to talk about is the players who are leading the pack at Liverpool, right? We can see the Champions League winning side who is currently there right now. People like the Salahs and the Alexander-Arnold, the Van Dijks. Even if Alexander-Arnold is not really playing as much as he used to, right? And then the Van Dijks, right? You see the respect the other players revert to these players. And then Robertson as well. they have so much influence because of their winning experience. They can
Yeah.
communicate to the team, and the team is going to listen. The team is going to understand. If this is what I want you to do, I want you to do it, right?
Yeah.
Konate playing under Van Dijk has become one of the best defenders in the Premier League, one of
Very
the best
true.
defenders in the world, right?
Yeah.
And this is because, I mean, I am not going to throw away or I'm not going to ignore his own abilities, right? But being with someone like Van Dijk automatically makes you better, coupled with the fact that he's a listener, right? Konate is a young man.
Yeah.
Van Dijk has done this back to back. He's won the
Yes.
Prem. He's won the Champions League with Liverpool as
yeah,
well, right?
yeah.
So that's another thing that would help them. The fact that they have influential players who have won big trophies and have instructions or something to say to the other players in the team. In terms of other people who haven't won but are currently in the squad and have a lot of quality, people like Luis Diaz, people like Gakpo, people like Zoboslai,
Yeah.
right? Look at Zoboslai's goal against Tottenham, right? Exactly. Those kind of players are also very, very hungry. They need to win, right? These are players who, for example, Zoboslai is from Hungary. When will they win the World Cup or when will they win an European trophy? That is practice. He doesn't know that when Hungary is going to do that, right? But he can win trophies with Liverpool. So he's also very hungry. You understand? Now, that is something about the player side. Now, the team itself and their mentality, Liverpool. Liverpool is not new to winning trophies under pressure. Liverpool is not new to winning tournaments over the years, right? Like their greatest rivals in the Premier League is Manchester United. And it's Manchester United because if they win their trophy, they're going to match. They're going to tie Manchester United. If you go back to the days, you see how many times they won the European trophy, even before it was called the Champions League. And despite the fact that they must have had struggling seasons, they went to 2 Champions League finals, 05 and 07, where they won one, and then they lost the one in 07, which was like a revenge. AC Milan said not today, not again. Exactly. So on these 3 qualities, the manager himself understands consistency and knows how to win.
Yes.
He has a bond. Number 2 is the bunch of players he has who are winning mindset players.
Yep.
And number 3 is the identity of the team itself, Liverpool. You understand? It's not a random club here. No, it's Liverpool. They also have history of winning. They have a history in Europe. So with these 3 qualities, coupled with the fact that I'll add this last one, right? I'll add this 4th point, which is squad depth. Take a look at. That is where
I would say I don't see them doing a quadruple or a treble because of the squad depth. Now, no, your 3 points are valid, though.
Yes,
of course, the experience
of the manager, experience of the players, and the identity of the club.
Now,
Liverpool.
when you say experience of the manager, it's not something has he done. I don't think he has done it before.
No, but he took Feyenoord to the final of the Europa.
Yes. But then again, now the players' experience. That one is already there.
Yes.
The Van Dijk, the Mo Salah, the Trent. But where I feel they can't do it is that squad depth is a problem. Now, when you look at that Man City's treble season, Haaland, Alvarez, you see the quality for quality for quality.
I still don't know why Pep sold Alvarez. No, I don't get it. Really.
No,
but go ahead.
You can't have 2 like.
Yeah, but you got Mamouche.
Mamouche now. There's a level Mamouche will get to. He will want to move on.
Yeah, but
when he feel he's not getting that.
Sold Cole Palmer.
No, that was, of course. Now we're learning from our mistakes.
Okay.
But that's by the way. But like what you said now, what he did in Feyenoord, good.
Yeah.
The how like the consistency of the players, how they've been performing, that's solid. But where I feel they will fall short is that squad depth. I don't think this Liverpool's team. I don't think this Liverpool have that squad depth to do a treble.
Okay.
But the squad is good enough to win one major trophy. Either the Champions League or the Premier League.
They're already going to win the Carabao.
The Carabao Cup. You can't say because Newcastle United are not a pushover.
Yes.
And if you look at it, Newcastle United, I keep telling people, Newcastle United have one of the best midfield in the league.
Right
people
now. Yes.
Like Tonali, Bruno Guimaraes. Oh my God.
Yes.
I wish Man City can just go for that.
They have aggressive players.
And they're willing to run.
Coupled with the fact that they haven't won a trophy since 1955.
So, see, in that game, it's not a game whereby Isak could be scared of, and
Yeah,
there's no
they will
name.
play their heart out. They don't have
Everybody-
any. They don't have any trophy, and this is like their form of their life. So the Carabao is going to be something huge for them.
It will be
It
very,
won't be a walk in the park.
It will be easy for them.
Yeah.
Newcastle United won't be a pushover.
Yeah.
It will be very difficult for them.
Yeah.
One game, one night.
Yeah.
So Newcastle United will come all gone blazing.
Yeah.
And we already know Newcastle United.
Yeah.
They run very well. They know how to run.
Yes.
We saw what they did against
Yes.
Arsenal. They were running more than Arsenal. So
It's not. Yeah. Okay. It's not like they were running more than.
wait.
Okay. I'm just gonna see. What Newcastle? Okay.
They were running more now.
Against any. Wait. Can I say something?
Okay.
Against any high pressing team.
Yes.
Right. I think Newcastle is going to do well, coupled with the fact that you need to consider what is at stake. For example, the reason why I said high pressing team is because they played Bournemouth, who was high pressing, and Bournemouth still scored them 4. Right. But in the sense that Arsenal is high pressing, or a Man City who is high pressing,
Yeah.
right? Teams like Newcastle can capitalize from counter-attacks.
Counter-attack, of course.
Yes, but-
of course.
yeah, but
when
then-
I mean running,
Yeah.
in terms of winning tackles, in terms of
They are very
ball,
aggressive.
winning the second
They are
balls.
very aggressive.
So
And they are tall and broad, huge.
So
Yeah.
that final won't be an easy
It won't
one
be a
for-
walk in the
it won't
park,
be an
I
easy
agree.
one for
Yes.
but that squad depth is where I feel Liverpool don't really have that squad depth. This current squad now, their first 11, can you go on to win one major trophy?
Yes.
Yes. But in terms of going to win the treble or going to win 4 no, I think they don't have that squad depth to do it. Because now people always squad depth is different from, let me say, people think squad depth is all about you must
Who's
have
on the bench?
Who is on the bench?
Or
If the person on the bench is not quality,
you have a problem. You don't have squad depth.
You don't have squad depth.
It's not
That's
just
why
about
you see,
numbers.
It's just about
It's not just about numbers. If
So-
it's about numbers, you're just filling in the gaps.
Yeah,
Squad
that's
depth is a replacement that is at least as good as the first team starter. I
So
understand.
now, like in that treble winning season, Kevin De Bruyne now being injured, we know that we can try to fill in that position with a full Foden that can try to create something.
Yeah.
Or if Haaland goes missing now, we can try to replace that with Alvarez.
Yeah.
You might not get the same number of goals, but you know that this is almost, you can try and you at least try to deliver.
Fact.
Now, for Liverpool now, imagine Chiesa for a Mo Salah.
Yeah. But they play differently. I think Chiesa plays on the left.
He plays on the left.
Yeah, but I see your point in terms
but
of that is not a replacement. Yes.
that is not a good one.
Yeah.
Or they have Nunes and Jota.
Yeah.
You can see Gakpo and Diaz Gakpo
On the
is
left.
even the
Gakpo
one.
and Diaz are decent.
Are
Those
decent.
ones are fair.
But
Yes.
now, when you now go to the back line, Kwanzaa and Van Dijk.
Yeah, it's not the same as Konate.
You
Van Dijk.
see, so
Yeah.
they have the players, but in that squad depth is where I feel
Yeah.
they will be lacking in terms of going all out for the trophy. And maybe last season now, that might be one of the things that affected them last season. Whereby, Klopp was leaving, so they wanted to go for everything of which they were in. It might be one of the reasons maybe why they fell short.
Yeah, it's very possible.
One of the why they fell short. Maybe
Yes.
Klopp and they wanted to go for every trophy, but towards the end they fell short. Now for this season they're already out of the FA Cup.
Yes.
The FA Cup they're already out. In the Premier League now,
Yeah.
I don't know why. I know we all like to banter Arsenal. Sometimes I'd like to banter you, but when I want to be very honest and very true, I keep it real, 100%. People
6
like
points is not a lot.
People like 6 points.
6 points is not a lot.
What
2 wins from Arsenal and 2 losses from
And
Liverpool.
I know people like to stay on that. People like to banter Arsenal and all that. And all. This is an Arsenal team that have gone toe to toe with Man City twice. This is an Arsenal that knows what it takes to win they know what is
What is at stake? What they
what
need?
is at
Yeah.
stake to win the Premier. This is an Arsenal that doesn't have one of their best players and they're still keeping the gap close.
Yeah.
6 points.
Yeah.
Because they'll still be able to
Coupled with the red cards and the injuries and
everything.
everything.
because Saka's missing and they'll still be able to keep the gap close.
Yeah.
So I keep the Arsenal. I know. When I say this, some people were laughing at me in the comment section when I said Arsenal will always go on a run.
Yeah.
And they're like, which run? I know Arsenal will go on a run.
Because they're in Dubai right now. As soon as they come back from Dubai.
But now the only disappointing going to Dubai is every time you go to Dubai, no trophy has come.
Yes, but we need at least that run and that consistency to reflect.
Yes, but now, Arsenal will always go on a run.
Yeah.
And this Liverpool side now, they will go on that run. They've been doing it from the beginning of the season.
They might just turn up now when it matters most.
So, I'm sure the Liverpool players already know that it's not yet over. They
Yeah.
know they have to keep winning, and they're playing Everton next.
Yeah.
Which Everton lost.
Yeah, Everton lost. That's the FA Cup.
FA
But in
Cup.
the league, Everton seems to be back on form.
They're back on
I think
form.
if Liverpool had played Everton at the time they were supposed to play before the natural disaster,
They would have won that
they
game.
would have won. But right now it's a little bit tricky, coupled with the fact that they're playing at
So now
Everton's
imagine
home.
they draw that game. Arsenal win their next game. Leicester. How many points is that?
That's Leicester. Yeah, that's already 3 points.
That's 3 points.
Yeah,
And you can't tell me Liverpool will start feeling the pressure.
of
They'll
course,
start
to be
feeling
on
the
them.
pressure.
To be on them, yes.
It will be on them.
Yeah.
So this is an Arsenal side that knows what is at stake.
Who have gone, like you said, back to back
They've
twice.
done it.
Second, yeah.
They've done it. So I know we all like to banter and all that, Arsenal and all that, but I see there's one team I'm scared of Arsenal. Forget I don't Arsenal a team that, because I know they have a manager that is willing to adapt to do whatever it takes to win a game.
Yes, yeah.
He
Try
does-
Partey as right back. Try anything he has to
If
do.
he needs to, if he's throwing
Yeah.
that's giving him that 3 points,
Yeah,
he
he'll
can enter or
apply
throw
pressure
ball.
on that throwing.
He doesn't care what they mean.
Yeah,
as-
if it's corner, whatever, I don't
whatever.
care. Give me the 3 points. Yeah.
So now in the Premier League is 6 points.
yes.
And that's if they win this. That's if Liverpool wins this game in hand against Liverpool,
Against,
Everton, it goes to 9
9,
points.
yeah.
Now in the Champions League, now when you come to the Champions League, there are still very good teams in the
Yes.
Champions League. Irrespective of whatever happens in the playoffs,
Yeah.
we still have the likes of the Madrid.
Madrid is there.
Madrid
Yeah.
is there. Bayern
Bayern
is
is there.
there.
PSG
So
is there.
now
A couple, they are big teams. They're
they are
still big teams.
They are
there.
big teams, and the Champions League is a competition. Like, it's a very, very funny competition.
Yeah.
The Champions League is a very, very
It's
funny.
very, yeah. The Champions League is so valuable that if that is what you have won in the last 3 years, you can go into any argument as a fan and say, at least I have Champions League. What do you have? It's a very, very prestigious trophy.
Yeah.
I understand. So you should expect anything from the Champions League.
You should expect anything from the Champions
Yeah.
League. Was it Atlanta and Madrid that played the last
Yeah,
final?
yeah. It
was
Dortmund.
Dortmund
and Madrid.
Madrid
Yes.
that played. It was it was the
Atalanta played with Leverkusen in the Europa.
the one they played with Madrid now. It was
Okay, yeah, 3-2. It was in the Champions League. It was a regular game in the Champions League. Yeah, 3-2.
So now this is I've said I don't think a big team like one of the top teams. That's one of my predictions. Will be the one to win this year's Champions League. I feel
that would make it interesting.
I feel it to be one of those those
The
teams
unexpected
that usually finish second or third
in their league.
in their league that will finish.
That would
But
be
if-
interesting. It would be
but if
nice to
there's
see
any-
because this is demon time for Real Madrid.
And if there's any team that right now, if they come to my head and say, who do you think will win this year? I think Atletico Madrid.
For the Champions League.
Yes.
Atletico Madrid.
Yes.
Honestly, I think
I think
if I'm going to take biases aside
Yes.
with what they are currently playing in the La Liga.
in the Liga,
If I'm going to take biases aside and the quality and consistency of
Alvarez,
no, the manager,
Diego Simeone.
Simeone,
Yeah.
and how long he's been there, keeping them at top 3, top 4 to make sure they always go.
This season will be
I
very
won't
good.
mind, and I'll be honestly, as a fan, as a football lover,
Yeah.
it would be nice to see Atletico Madrid leave the Champions League.
So if there's one thing I
Yes.
say that will really go for, I'm saying
Yeah.
Atletico Madrid because I think there's something about them. This
Yeah,
season.
there's a consistency they've been reflecting for at least the last 15 years.
Yes, there's something about them this season. But then again, Liverpool now in the Champions League they can go far.
Yes, of course.
They can go far.
Because the Champions League is not a marathon. If you think about it, how many games do you have to play? Like in the Premier League is a marathon. Champions League, how many games do you have to play? 2 games in the quarter, 2 games in the round of 16, home and away, right? 2 games in the quarters,
Semi.
2 games in the semi, and 1 final. 2, 4, 6, 8. It's just 8 games.
Yes.
If you compare that to the Premier League, which is a marathon,
Yes.
it's a different thing altogether. So to an extent, I won't say dropping out of the FA Cup is like a good thing for him, but at least I won't call the dropout a distraction. But like now, he knows that what he has to focus on, of course, the Carabao, but they're already in the final. But now he knows that what he has to focus on is
the Premier League,
the Prem and the Champions League.
League.
Another reason, so what you said is very valuable. Everything you've drawn out in terms of
Squad depth.
I'm
Because-
very surprised about the fact that he didn't buy nobody. Just Chiesa.
No.
No, you can see the quality of it. Man City has quality, right?
Yes.
But Pep beefs up. He doesn't care.
No. See, I think in his defense, Chooks, the reason why you say maybe he didn't buy anyone was, you're coming into a club, you want to see, like, okay, he wants to like be able to see the players that he can work with and the ones that he can't work with and the ones that he can say, okay, I know next season he will buy. Next season he will
he'll
buy.
buy.
But next season he will buy players.
What about the winter? What about this winter? You started at the beginning of the year. What happened in winter? Why did you think they didn't need like 1 or 2 people? Can I say this? The reason why he might have gotten into that club and not purchased anybody was because he believed in the quality of the club.
Yes.
In the quality of the players in the club.
Yes.
Yeah, which to me, I don't think it's appropriate. I don't think it's appropriate to just go in and if you're coming in at the middle.
But they tried to get. I think they tried to get someone like.
Yeah, I know. But if you're coming at the middle of the season,
yeah.
I understand if you can't buy anybody. Of course, you have to wait for the next transfer window, right? But at the very beginning, to just trust what is already made available. They won what last year? Carabao? Yes, Carabao. To just trust a couple of people who just won Carabao. I think there's so many things to look at. It's a team with quality players, and he's a quality manager. Yeah. So he believed I can work with this.
He can work with this. And
so yeah.
I mean, the way I see it, right? Maybe he's just going into the team. He wants to assess the players. He wants to this is it now.
He will make an informed decision.
Okay, these are the players that needs to go. These are the players I need to bring in.
And his decisions always turn out right. Like the replacement of Tsimikas for Robertson for the short period of time. It's not the quality of Tsimikas. Right? Yeah, it's not bad. And look at the Bradley. Look at what Bradley is doing. He's giving Bradley quality time to play, right? And Bradley is doing well. You understand? So I strongly, of course, with his past record, I trust his decision making.
So now, injury. I think they've had some injury setbacks.
Yes, they have.
As the beginning, maybe there were moments where Konate
wasn't fit. Yeah,
there were moments where Jota
wasn't fit.
There were moments who again, I think they've. Allison, their goalkeeper too, was.
But the current guy is really turning up. Yeah,
was missing. But for them to, like I said, going now, they're in the Champions League, the Premier League,
Carabao final,
the Carabao Cup. Those three trophies now. To go, can they do all 3? I don't see it. Yeah, honestly, I don't see it.
I gave you my 3 reasons why. Quality of the manager, quality of the players, identity of the team. It is very possible.
It's very possible, but I don't think.
Yeah, because of the squad depth.
The squad depth.
Because you need to rotate these players.
Because of the squad depth. Yeah. Because of the squad depth. But now maybe they're out of the FA Cup. That might do them a favor.
Like I said, yes. I don't want to call the FA Cup a distraction, but like with one less thing to worry about. And it's not even worrying. I wouldn't say you're going to worry about the Carabao because we've gone all the way. There's 1 game left.
Yeah.
Now we can focus on Prem and Champions League.
He can. And they can actually,
laser focus.
And that, man, one injury to that team now.
It changes everything, especially if the injury is on an influential player.
A Van Dijk or a Mo Salah.
It changes everything.
Because majority of their goals this season are coming from Salah.
It's Salah. Yes, it's Salah.
The majority of their goals this season are coming from Salah. So one injury.
Imagine the Konate cancer defense line. It will no, of course, it won't be fantastic.
Of course,
right? Of course, they will have the games where they will succeed and keep clean sheets, but like it is nothing compared to a Van Dijk and then Konate.
But so far this season right now, the Premier League, if there's one that looks like they're going to get,
it looks like
it's the Premier League.
It's not even still sure because it was once 12 points and now it's 6. you see. So it's true.
No,
it was once 12. They were on fire. They were running, right?
But for that one, I think they still have to come to Man City's home.
That will be challenging.
And Arsenal still has to go to Anfield.
Yes.
So I think Arsenal going to Anfield.
Plus the Merseyside derby. We need to keep adding that Merseyside derby. Yes.
We need to.
Yes.
I see them winning that game.
Okay. It's something to ponder upon.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe before this video out, they must have. I don't know.
Because Everton in the messed up form last season won. They won them 2-0.
Okay.
And Liverpool topped the league the most last season.
Yes,
exactly. And Everton won 2-0.
Come on,
Merseyside derbies are a different game.
Chooks, this current Liverpool. There's a level Van Dijk is currently playing at.
Yeah.
See. Van Dijk currently right now. I know all the Mo Salah and when I look at the Liverpool team, my favorite players are, funny enough, is McAllister and Gravenberch. Those are my favorite players. Mo Salah.
Yeah.
But Van Dijk, there's a level Van Dijk is playing at currently this season that every game just feels like
a walk in the park.
I swear.
Like just another day at the office.
I swear. Like the only thing now that can stop Van Dijk, like. This might sound crazy, that even there's a level Van Dijk is playing.
They've seen it. That they are doing it, and they can believe. They are believing it. Yeah.
Van Dijk is on a different level this season. That it will take. You see, when we used to have strikers like the Arrow Nines, those are the kind of people now that can
That would
shake
take to
you.
shake Van Dijk. I see your point.
Right now, it's on a different level. So that Everton game, going into that game, the confidence they have, the most they've rested.
Yeah,
they
they're well
play,
rested. They didn't
Van
play.
Dijk didn't play today.
They didn't
were
play.
not even on the bench.
Yeah, he didn't call.
Van
Yeah,
Dijk didn't
yeah.
play. Trent is injured. Mo Salah didn't play. Gakpo, who has been, that's another player that's been carrying them. He has been doing so well for them too. Gakpo didn't play. So that derby game, man, I see Liverpool
winning.
I don't know. I see Liverpool getting 3 points. It won't be easy. It might be
of
they will
course.
scrap maybe a 2-1 or like a 1-0, a 3-2.
It won't be easy.
A 3-2, but a 1-0, a 3-2. But between the Premier League and the Champions League,
Yeah.
I don't think the Carabao Cup. Let me say those three: Carabao Cup, Champions League, and the Premier League. If there's one trophy, I feel
That they'll win.
they will win. To me, I will say the Carabao.
Pick 2 out of the 3.
I should pick 2 out of 3. I'll say the Carabao Cup and the Premier League.
Those
are the 2 I think they will win.
Okay.
The Carabao Cup and the Premier League.
Okay.
And the Premier League, because sometimes I ask myself, are the Liverpool team, are they actually scared Arsenal behind them? Sometimes as compared to when they know Man City are the ones,
chasing them.
They know what they've been through when Man City are chasing them.
Yeah.
They know that
It's a difficult chase.
they know that 6 points. If Man City are behind you with 6 points, know that it has to be to the end of the season.
And inform Man City chasing you is a problem.
You. So now they've not experienced this with an Arsenal and an Arsenal side. So I'm trying to sometimes ask myself, what's
the mindset of the team?
Of the Liverpool fans with Arsenal behind them? Are they like, it's Arsenal or
I don't think they would. I don't think they would ignore it because they didn't do well against us. Last season, we had a 2-2 and we had a 3-1. 2-2 in Anfield and we had a 3-1 in Emirates.
Okay.
Right? So, if in terms of head-to-head, and then last 2 seasons, they know that we chased City down, but we couldn't just win it, right?
But
see, as a football club, right?
Yeah.
As a manager, and then the manager is new.
Yeah.
That's the reality. The guys who are behind us did this thing twice, back to back.
Yes.
Despite the fact that there's an identity about the squad in terms of flopping or bottling. Let me call it bottling. That's the lingo for football. You would not underestimate the fact that they've chased the trophy down twice.
Yes.
You won't and now knowing the fact that you would know this as a manager. You're a human being. You think about these things.
Of course now.
These guys had red cards. These guys have had multiple injuries. This point was once 12 and now it's 6. Who says it can't be 1 tomorrow?
Very true. Very true.
So
true.
yes, I would say yes. That fire is on their bum for sure.
Knowing the way because I'm sure they were even hoping maybe Man City could do them a favor by getting a draw.
Exactly.
And the way Arsenal dismantled Manchester City.
Exactly.
Arsenal beating Manchester City, to me, I saw it like they were sending a message
yes,
to Liverpool.
you're sending a message to the Prem.
I
might have issues, I might have injuries, but hey, I'm here.
I think that was like...
Exactly. But then again, it's not an excuse, but it's fact as football analysts, right?
Yeah.
It was against a Man City that is not on form.
No. It doesn't matter.
No.
Of course, it's against a Man City that is not on form. But then
that has to be there.
Yes.
Man City's recent wins. Ipswich 6-1. I didn't care about that. It's Ipswich. Genk 3-1 in the Champions. I didn't care about that. It's Genk. You understand? I want you to win. I want you to win a Liverpool. I want you to win a Madrid. And I know that, okay, it seems like Man City is getting back on form.
Yeah.
Exactly. Do you understand? So, like, it's no excuses.
Yeah.
No excuses. But there's a reality to it. The way we would mention the injuries, right? It's something we should also mention. We need to mention form of teams. That's why whenever you go to look at teams, on Google or any other live scoring platform, they show you form. What have these guys done in their last five? Form is important. We can't take it away. Newcastle's form.
Nottingham Forest form and
thank you.
Aston Villa's form
is not the same. Thank you. Look at Newcastle's form and Isak scoring in 8 straight games.
Very true.
Form is very important. Where you meet a team at a particular time is very important. It says a lot. That's why you meet a team that is not that. Okay, look at what happened. Look at Nottingham Forest. Their last game in the Premier League. 7-0. 7. For the life of me, never in my life did I think I would see Nottingham Forest score 7. It's the same thing that happened with Newcastle when they played Sheffield. Yeah. Newcastle scored 8. 8. So form is very important. Form, we can't take it away. If we were going to meet a Man City that was 5 green check marks, green in their last 5, you understand? It would have been a different ball game.
Okay.
Yeah, it's something to consider. Form is very important.
No. True. But me, the way I say it is at the end of the day, you only fit what is in front of you.
You have no, that's it. That's reality. That's why I said, in terms of analysis, there's a whole lot to mention. But on game day, it's that 90 minutes that is important. Nobody cares about form. Nobody cares. But like when it comes to like back end, which is us, analysis, these are the kind of things we mention.
Okay, so just to round up this part now, what trophies do you think they can win?
I said 3.
You said they can win all 3?
Yes.
The Carabao Cup, the Champions League, and the Premier League.
Okay, so the reason why, there are so many things to consider. The things I mentioned, right? If these things can be replicated across all leagues, right? Like I said, if they keep remembering their identity, the quality of their players, and the consistency of the manager, not just doing it, but doing it from where he's from. Bro, do you know how long a calendar year is? It's 365 days, and you're playing football for 9 months. You were the manager of Feyenoord, and you lost 1 game in a whole year. And you're replicating it again with Liverpool in a squad where you didn't buy nobody apart from Chiesa, right? So I'm looking at that identity of the manager.
Have they lost any game in the Premier League?
They haven't lost. They've been yes, they've lost. They lost to Nottingham Forest 1 game.
That's
all they've lost. Then they've had a couple of draws here and there.
Arsenal didn't win them.
Which was a 2-2 draw.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, when they came to the Emirates.
Nottingham Forest
it was only Nottingham Forest they've lost. Exactly. Look at that record. And in the Champions League, they lost to PSV. And the reason why they lost to PSV was because they played.
It was like their second.
Yeah, but now what we're trying to say is this: in the 90 minutes, nobody's going to care. All we know is that Liverpool lost. But when it comes to analysis, we can say the reason why Liverpool lost is because they played the second team. There's no need. You have nothing to prove. You are the top. And even after losing, nobody's to still get second. Even look at the goal difference. You understand? So they had nothing to prove.
So you say they can win all 3?
It's possible. They can go all the way.
No, I'm not saying it's not possible. Yeah. But I don't know. I just feel
okay. If push comes to shove, if push comes to shove, and I meant to say their best 3, their best 3 options, I'll count the Carabao Cup because they're already in the final. Statistically speaking, I'll count the Carabao Cup, right? And if push comes to shove, I'm not going to say the Premier League because I'm an Arsenal fan. Of course, if push comes to shove, so I'll say the Carabao and the Champions League.
The Champions League,
yeah.
I feel I feel they'll definitely win 1 major trophy.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know if people count. Is the Carabao Cup a major trophy?
Cup,
no.
Yeah, I mean for Liverpool, it's not a major trophy.
I won't say no. I don't even consider a major trophy. It's a trophy.
It is. Trust me. If a team like Crystal Palace, you can't go and tell a Crystal Palace. If a Crystal Palace win the Carabao Cup, and you're going to tell them it's not major. Okay. Look at Tottenham.
Yeah.
If Tottenham wins the Carabao, what do you think?
It's a trophy, but will you say it's a major?
It's a major trophy. It's a domestic cup.
Yes, but it's not. It's not. I think to me in England, I see the FA Cup, the Premier League as the.
Do you know that
major.
If you're in England, but they all play the Carabao as well.
But exactly. I don't see the Carabao Cup as a major trophy.
If you're part of the top 6, you can play only 1 game in Europe, depending on where you fall. Sorry, top 7 right now, right? Is that how you fall in the Europa brackets, Champions League bracket or Conference League brackets? So there's only one. If you're part of the qualifiers, right? So there's only one international. There's only one international European trophy you can play. You can win. The remaining trophies are what's it called? Important trophies.
You say the Carabao Cup is a major one?
Okay, can I tell you something?
I think it's a trophy, but I don't think it's depending on the club. That's how I see it. Depending on the club. I don't think an Arsenal right now, I don't think if you guys win the Carabao Cup, I don't think you guys Ateta. I don't think
of course.
It's a trophy, but I don't think
I know that you won't be so fascinated that you've won.
If you win a Champions League or even an FA Cup or a Premier League.
Cups get level.
Yeah, that's why I said I don't think it's
Cup get level. That's why you look at the World Cup and you look at I look at you. Yeah, Cups get no doubt.
I don't think it's a major. I don't think it's a major one.
I think I see your point there.
Okay, so for me, I feel it's the Premier League. That's the one they can focus on because I think the Premier League, like you said. Behind that Premier League, they know there's something at stake. They can make history in terms of equaling Manchester United record.
Yes, exactly. Which is something they want to do.
I think I feel that's one they want to do.
United fans don't want that for sure.
Anyways, so for you to round this up,
that's so to round this up. Like I said, Carabao because they're in the final.
Yeah,
and Champions League.
And the Champions League, not the Premier League.
Not because I'm an Arsenal fan.
All right. Okay, let us know, guys, in the comment section which trophy you think Liverpool will likely win. If you feel they can go for all 3, the Carabao Cup, the Champions League, and the Premier League, let's know in the comment section.